Welcome to our domain.
This marked the first time in human history that anyone had reached the deepest part of the ocean. To their astonishment, they discovered that the temperature here reached a surprising 21 degrees Celsius, and even more unbelievable, the air was breathable. Barclay would represent all of humanity in negotiations on the ocean floor, with the entire descent expected to take 2 hours and 17 minutes. The submersible was stationed aboard a launch vessel escorted by naval warships. Alongside Barclay were Captain McGee, responsible for communications, Ms. Cow, in charge of science and engineering, and 2 diplomatic representatives. Humanity had never ventured this deep before, yet they had only a few days to prepare. Even with the most durable submersible ever built, the risks and unknowns were impossible to measure. Barclay underwent emergency dive training before departure and had even written his will in advance. Fear crept steadily through his mind, refusing to subside.
Oh, I'm so scared.
Don't tell me that
I'm sorry, I love you.
Under the watchful eyes of the military, the 6 of them entered the submersible. Once everyone was seated, the external crew sealed the thick hatch shut with massive bolts. As the countdown reached 0, the submersible was dropped into the ocean, tethered at the top by a heavy steel cable that was carefully paid out from the deck above. During the descent, violent shaking and the screech of metal echoed through the cabin. Every heart was in their throat. All they could do was talk non-stop, forcing themselves to relax. 2 hours later, the submersible crossed into uncharted waters, completely beyond the limits of existing maps. Suddenly, a deafening boom shook the vessel, jolting it violently before all systems went dead. Captain McGee immediately attempted to make radio contact, but no response came through. It was clear they had descended beyond any depth where signals could reach.
But, Captain, what's happening?
We're moving at 12 knots, 18 knots. These readings don't make sense. That's not possible. 13 knots. Something's taking control.
How are they moving so fast?
Captain!
What, are they being dragged?
I think so. They're descending twice as fast. Steve, how's the pressure?
Pressure's holding.
We've lost comms. Ping the transponder.
No response.
The sea folk took control of the submersible, dragging it even deeper into the abyss. In the next instant, the cabin lights went out, and fear surged through everyone. Fortunately, they reacted quickly, steadying themselves and securing their breathing gear. From outside came low, eerie growls that reverberated through the hull. They knew they had reached their destination. Captain McGee was the first to exit the submersible. Looking up, the others saw a vast, glowing membrane suspended overhead, pulsating rhythmically as if it were alive. Through the membrane, countless deep-sea creatures could be seen drifting slowly above them.
There's gotta be billions of tons of water behind this.
At that moment, the membrane's color suddenly shifted. When it returned to normal, Sarette appeared before them.
Where exactly are we?
Deeper than any human has ever been. You can remove your apparatus.
No, wait.
This environment has been prepared for you.
Will you trust me, Barclay?
Yeah.
After confirming that Barclay was unharmed, the other 4 removed their breathing masks one by one. Only Kanbei remained motionless. Sarette paid no attention, simply turning and gesturing for them to follow as she led the group deeper inside. When the others weren't looking, Sarette guided Barclay into a private space. She slowly raised her hand and placed it against his face, feeling the warmth and roughness of human skin. With Sarette's silent permission, Barclay reached out in return and touched her body.
What do you feel?
Strength and beauty. I don't know why you chose me for any of this.
The tides have drawn us together. The undercurrents pulling us closer. If you calm your mind, you'll feel their power, but your thoughts are noisy.
Can you read them?
Human emotions are so loud. We cannot help but listen. Your heart is racing.
Yeah, I don't want to mess this up. Billions of people are counting on us.
We could make a difference, you and I. End the conflict between our species before it's too late.